Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. It's the brother Shamar coming with another lesson, and this one's going to be on these two different articles I've seen, pretty much going into how famine is going to be coming here to Babylon very soon. And we kind of seen the articles that came out like when the coronavirus first started happening, when there was a shortage on meats, you know, and then now it's kind of like back to normal, so called, where you can get it, go to the store and buy some meat right now. Yet it's different articles saying that it's going to actually get worse, because cases are spreading in these different facilities, and it's outside of facilities that just make meat, so it's not going to only be a shortage on meat products. It's going to be shortages on other foods as well. Then on top of that, you got the truckers saying that they want to possibly go on strikes against cities that defund the police. So I'm gonna touch on a little each article and then get some precepts. So in this one, this is from the Chicago Tribune. Came out 2 days ago, I believe, and it's titled "Coronavirus Spreads Beyond Meat Plants with Outbreaks at 60 U.S. Backing Agricultural Dairy Facilities Race Inspector of Food Shortages." A caravan of vehicles decorated with black ribbons and memorial pictures crawled through Yakima, Washington last week to mark the death of David Cruz, a 60-year-old fruit warehouse employee who died after contracting coronavirus. The county, a hub of agricultural activity where workers jam into often crowded factories to package apples and other foods, has the highest per capita infection rate on the West Coast. It's a grim reality that playing out across the country, COVID-19 spreads beyond the meat plants that have captured the national spotlight. At least 60 food processing facilities outside the meatpacking industry have seen outbreaks, with more than 1,000 workers diagnosed with the virus, according to a new study. The Environmental Working Group. These are the first national numbers of their kind. The advocacy group compiled its figures using local media reports because there are no federal agencies reporting the data. The true total is almost certainly higher. Fruit and vegetable packers, bakers, and dairy workers are risking infection as the virus spreads through processing plants where employees deemed essential have mostly remained on the job during the pandemic, sometimes laboring in close quarters. So these are just the different people's statements. Basically, people saying they scared to come to work, and basically they still have to come to work to support themselves, pretty much. Here we go. I'll start right here. It says, in addition to the human tragedy, the outbreaks also expose the vulnerability of America's food supply. That meat industry was already plunged into crisis with the plant shutdowns that sparked grocery store shortages. Even as that situation eases, more shortfalls of individual food items and ingredients are likely in the months ahead unless the virus spreads is slowed at food processing plants, said Kevin Kinney, chief operating officer of uh, Discernus, an expert in global food safety and supply chains. Now it says if the cases if the spread of the virus is slowed down, which we already know that is not going to happen because they've been speaking of the second wave in the news, and the second wave is supposed to be happening in the months ahead. Like this article is mentioning food shortages in the months ahead. The second wave is on the way in the coming months ahead as well. So we can see that all of the stage is being set for everything, with Esau's agenda. All right, with as far as with the you got the riots going on now, so the hype around the virus, this coronavirus, has died down a little bit, but then in the coming months, you're going to have the second wave, so to speak, happening, as well as like this article is mentioning. When that does happen, what is it going to do? It's going to cause these plants to get shut down, and it's going to be shortfalls of food, you know, and that's going to and we seen the shortage of the meat for a second, but like I said, it's going to be everything, not just meat, dairy, vegetables, fruits. It's going to be everything. So it's going to be a shortage of food, like all around, not even just meat only. All right, but yeah, that's the main point. I'm gonna touch on that. If you want to read the whole thing, it's on the Chicago Tribune, and it's titled about the spreads beyond the meat plants. And the article, I want other article was I'm gonna just read the heading more so, and just probably like the first paragraph or so. It says the collapse of Democrat-run cities now imminent as truckers say they will refuse delivering to cities with defunded police. So this, I ain't gonna really read it, but you can see this is, if this happens, that this is how the if you want to read it, it's on naturalnews.com. But if this happens, this is just another way that it's going to impact those food shortages as well. They're doing it. The truckers saying they're going to do it just because of the police being defunded. And if they don't bring in the food, you're pretty much done, because that's how most food is brought to every city. Pretty much, it's imported. It's rare for you to have actual local farms where they're giving it to your grocery stores and all that. For the most part, in every city where you're at, the majority of the food is being brought in by trucks. So if these trucks go on strikes, as well as, the cases of the coronavirus start spreading more to more facilities in the coming months, you already know it's going to be a wrap, man. It's pretty much downhill. All right, so this is Matthews 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is what's coming ahead. We've been speaking on the famine that's going to come, as well as the pestilence and the plagues coming into Babylon. All right, and all these things going to happen. It's crazy because all these things are going to really be happening simultaneously. All right, all back to back, pretty much around the same time. Because as you're being hit with real plagues, all right, because they claiming that it's a pandemic now, but it's really about to be a pandemic out here, all right. And in the midst of that going on, what are you going to have happening, man? You're going to have famines, food shortages. So it's going to be a famine, man. These facilities going to get shut down, all right. No more trucks going to be bringing in food. Then it's going to have to be dependent on Esau to hand out rations to you, man. Like you see in these movies like I Am Legend, or these pandemic movies, where people can't go to the grocery store or nothing for food. You have to rely on the government to give you rations. And then that just caused more civil unrest and rioting with the people, basically causing more chaos, which, Esau wants. All right. The next scripture I wanted to get real quick is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have prophesied before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Now these are all the things that we've been prophesying against Babylon, because all these things are on the way here, and you can see that. Or the article mentioned it slightly, yet you're going to be seeing it happen, man, very soon. And we've been saying this through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai for the longest, man, from our apostles on down, that these things were coming here, man. And the scriptures tell you that in Lamentations, that going out by hunger, but death by famine, is the worst way to go out, man. And this is how a lot of people are about to be going out, man. People gonna be dying of starvation. People eating one another to survive. All right, it's about to be real bad out here, man. All right, and this year is the year of prophecy for a reason. And every month, it's always something new going down. You know, this month has been what the whole BLM stuff going down now, all because of one Jake that died. All right, then you just had another article come out about Jake who got lynched, like this year, like this month, and nobody's speaking about it. You don't see mass viral videos or marches about this guy. That's how you know it's all an agenda behind, this dude who supposedly died, man. All right, because nobody else gets mentioned that of our people that be dying left and right out here on a regular basis. Because there's plenty more Jakes that actually get killed that don't get mentioned. All right, but going back to the topic, man, these famines though, they're on the way. All right, the famine, plague, and the death and destruction, man. And the masses of these people are going to be catching it, man. All right, they thought that it was bad being stuck in your house for a couple months, not being able to work or have any money. Hey, wait until it really get bad out here, man. Cause that was like a test run, pretty much. See how the people would react, what they would do. All right, Esau finna bring the real plays and stuff out here. All right, cause a real famine out here very soon. And this is Second Ezra 15:5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world: the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And these are the things that are on the way, man. And who's bringing this to the past? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. He's the one who's bringing these plagues, this the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. All right, and you can see these things getting ready to happen because you've seen how quickly they tried to close down different facilities for the coronavirus spreading in these warehouses. Now they're saying it's going to, if the cases are not slowed, then it's going to cause this to actually happen again, which we know the cases aren't being slowed down. Esau's already getting the agenda pushed out there, or the propaganda pushed out there, with articles coming out saying how the cases have been skyrocketing pretty much. Let him tell it, because everybody's out there not practicing social distancing, marching, and being like hella close together pretty much. And then if this, like this article is saying that I was going into, if it does spread, the spread it increases, then these facilities are going to get shut down, which is going to cause the shortage of food, and not just meat. All right, it's going to, like I said, it's going to be everything. You thinking that the meat aisle is just empty with something, or cheese aisle being empty, or milk, or whatever. It's going to be everything, man. Vegetables included, and fruit. So there ain't gonna be nothing to grab. It's gonna be real bad out here, man. And like I said, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we've been speaking about this before it happens. And they're saying that this could happen possibly in the coming months, in the near future, man. So things are only getting worse, like progressively fast, man. All right. And we can see that it's all according to Yahweh Shem Yahushai's plan, man. And it's happening quick. This the year of prophecy, and these things are the prophecies are happening like speedily, man. They're not slowing up. Every month is just going faster and faster, like more stuff happening. Yet this is another thing that's on the way, man. That real famine, all right, as well as the famine of the word, and that famine of this of real food is on the way. Esau's already getting everything, all his chips lined up to cause it and make it happen. All right, and he's going to blame it just like he blamed everything else when the market crashed, when you had to stay in your house for 3 months straight, closing down the whole America, shutting everything down. What did he blame it on? The pandemic. And they're already speaking of the second wave happening or coming in the near future, coming in the coming months. All right, so this is all just more. We're not deceived by Satan's devices, like the scriptures say, man. We see everything he's doing. He's getting everything ready. All right. He's going to cause a second wave to happen, to where it's going to make a trickle down effect to make a lot of other things happen, including this famine. All right. And so with that, I'm gonna wrap up. Even though this famine is coming, this is affecting the masses of the people. Yet Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's gonna take care of his men. All right. The ones who truly worship and reverence and fear and pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's gonna take care of us in this time. All right, because these things, these plagues, are to punish the wicked people of this world, man. All right, not the righteous. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's going to provide a way for us to sustain ourselves during these hard times to come in the near future, man. Hey, so with that, I'm gonna wrap up and give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders again, the great millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.